on, everybody? It's your boy, Sean C.
It's your boy, PZF, baby.
And we are the Partners in Crime podcast. If this is your first time here, do me a favor and hit that like button. Let us know that you're in the house. This is the first episode, and we couldn't be more glad to have you with us. So, P, what's going on with you today, bro?
Man, today I realized I was old, bro. I was walking, and it was snowing outside, and all I did was my first foot slipped, and everything in my body cracked. I don't know what the hell happened.
Rabbit's getting old.
Ooh, old ain't the word.
With your old ass.
Today, not much with me, man. I was up here getting us set up, getting us ready and stuff like that. And then I came across an interesting video today. So I got a question for you, P. I got a question for you.
Hopefully I got an answer.
What's the craziest thing that you did to try to win an argument?
Whew. I've been in a lot of arguments.
or I'm sure your ass have. Or to try to get out of one.
I think the craziest thing I ever did to get out of an argument was fake like I was asleep, like I was in a coma. I ain't hear nothing. I got poked and everything. I just kept going with it.
How'd that work out for you?
After you ain't sleep about 33 times, it kind of just went away.
Daddy, you ain't sleep.
I still argued the next day, but that night I was okay.
So we were having a party at the house, right? And we got those arguments. I was like, look, I'm going to bed. And I got the covers good and over me, man. Tell me why she didn't hit me with a running fan.
Damn!
Don't laugh, it ain't funny.
I mean, yo, listen, that shit wasn't funny then, right? And I'm sure it didn't go well.
Hey.
I was pissed. I was like, yo, I can laugh about it now, right? I can laugh about it now. It didn't end well. I'll put it that night. Nobody slept.
It was one of them box fans from the Family Dollar.
I'm talking about the one on the stand, bro. The lollipop. Yo, she took that shit. And you already know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She had been drinking. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But I'm the problem. Ain't that some shit? True story on that one. I have an interesting clip. So this one dude getting yelled at by his woman. They get into it. He finds a very interesting way to try to ignore or get out of the argument. You ready?
I'm ready.
With that being said, let's get started.
That's nice. That's good. That's nice.
What's wrong with
That's
you?
nice.
That's why your music not going nowhere.
Oh.
You're smoking weed.
Oh.
You're popping
Oh.
pills. You're with your friends.
That's the move. Oh, shit. I can't believe you had Homer doing the slow grind.
Oh my God. Yo, she straight up said, yo, your music ain't going nowhere anyway. This nigga got turned into an old me, bro.
I'm gonna try to remix my next argument.
Oh. Oh man.
that was good though. That was good.
Yo.
That was good.
I knew you was going to enjoy that one. But here's the funny part. I don't know if you actually heard. She was still arguing in the background.
I heard, bro. He was using her argument to boost his background vocals.
Yo, she was still arguing, and he was going, oh. Yo, my dude was like, I ain't hearing a goddamn thing you said, man. I can't even hear it. Oh, if you, I ain't going nowhere. Oh,
that's funny.
Bro, that got me weak, son. That got me weak.
That took it out me right there.
You know what? I don't know if that would have worked in that fan incident. You know what I mean?
You was about it for real though.
That shit might have made her even angrier. You know what I mean? So
the closest I ever got to doing that was like la la la, and that didn't go well.
La 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 la. That's disrespectful, damn.
Yeah. That gets hit with more than a fan.
Oh.
I want to find him. I want to have him on the show one day. I need to.
That'd be so funny. Hey, bro, if you see this, hit us up at partnersincrime@gmail.com.
I will buy the CD.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. So listen, man, right now people are having problems with their relationships, right? Like, because right now it seems like as a man, you can't do right. It's almost like they looking for reasons to hit that exit. And notice this specific argument, because let's go to the specific thing. How bad is it? Like you trying your hardest, you out there, you actually doing what you need to do, or you trying to do what you need to do, and your woman don't have your back on that. How that feel?
That's horrible, bro. That's horrible. I've been there. It's nothing more than not having a woman who believe in your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because we so used to pushing theirs. So right. when it's our turn, it's like, dang, you ain't got my back. What's really going on? So it's a hard thing.
That's kind of one of those things that low-key women don't realize that that's kind of one of the criteria that if you long-term, like, hey, do you got my back? You know what I mean? Yep. Now, I can understand, though, some women might have had dudes back for a long time, and so what they've seen, you might fall on the bad end of that because she didn't try to help people out, and then they screwed her over. But on the flip side, it kind of go back to what I say, like, well, at some point, you got to kind of judge the man. You know what I mean? You got to judge the man. Again, a lot of these women are picking these men on their own, and they ain't got nobody really vetting for them. All right, what's your thoughts?
My thought was, what's the first thing women say when we say something like that?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'm not like her. Don't compare me to the last one. I'm me. I ain't like her. Don't do that. But yet still,
every one of them do that shit.
But
they do not want to be the last. They do not want to be like the last one.
Exactly. But yet still, we're always compared to the last one, ain't we? My last man ain't do this. You acting just like him. Da, 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 da. So it's like, wait, hold up. I can't compare you. So why are you comparing me? But that's always the first thing we hear. I'm not like her. Don't compare me to her. Don't da 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 da. So it's like, come on now. Keep it real. Keep it 100.
It's crazy too when you get compared to what the other dudes did. You don't get to say, you don't get to say nothing about that because you got to understand her trauma and her pain. But she don't understand that it go harder for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because women will get back into a relationship with the same type of dude over and over and over and over again. Yep. But after a while, a dude will be like, nope, you remind me too much of my ex.
Usher said it best. Usher said it best.
And then as we get older, we actually start picking away. Like if you're a man on the right journey, like you growing up, you're doing what you need to do. I'm not saying you're going to get it all right, but I'm saying you start noticing the tweaks. And how you date somebody. Nope, I ain't dating a woman who do smoke hookah no more. I ain't dating a woman that, want to be up late all the time. Like you start like adjusting that until the point where you're like, man, my woman don't even do that shit like that no more. Mm-hmm. Like, blah, blah, blah. You notice, you start seeing the fine tuning. I mean, you know me better than anybody, all right? Have I not fine tuned what I've been doing over the years?
Well, we went from witches to way over here. So
You
yeah,
have to bring up the witches.
I mean, hey, it's our show now. So
Oh man, you have to bring up the witches. Maybe in another episode. Maybe in another episode we'll talk about it when the topic is right. But
so yeah, I would say you have done some real good fine tuning over the years.
what are your parting thoughts before we get out on this one?
I mean, like you said, man, it's like we learn how to fine tune. Like for men who don't want to date women with children, you know, you may have come from a situation to where you've been stepfather so many times, and then women don't mind walking out the life, but they don't understand the bond you done built with that child, even though it ain't yours. Now you don't get that, see that child no more. So now you don't want a woman with children no more. And it's just tweaking everything. It's how you got to tweak your life. You got to learn.
Absolutely, absolutely. The way I think about it is this: you're gonna have arguments. You're not gonna always agree. I would say that the best relationship that I've had, and that's the one I'm in right now, where I have a very caring, understanding woman. Now, she not no pushover, but at the same time, she wants us to solve it. And I'm not going to just sit there and fight just to be fighting, to be right. That's not what I'm trying to do. When each person want good for the other person, communication is key, because we talk through things quickly, right? Like if I try to empathize with her feelings, that's not going to, in any other relationship, that's the kind of shit that would make her be like, oh, I'm right and I won, and this, that, and the third. And so now the problem never gets solved. No, me empathizing with her makes her say, well, damn, okay, I can hear where he's coming from now. What's the underlying problem? How do we solve that? It sounds all structured whatever way I'm saying it, but the conversations are a lot faster than that.
Yeah.
Because I understand I understand that she don't mean me wrong.
And I was just about to say, as we get older, we realize that most of the arguments we have as an older couple, I would say now that we old, come from something underlined and from something else that we didn't even know was there. So then when you take the time to actually sit down and talk about it, you realize, oh, well, I thought this was the issue. Well, no, this is the issue. And then you realize how to get better to resolving versus I told you I was right, or versus the back and forth, because that ain't gonna never get nothing accomplished.
The biggest thing is getting to a point where you understand, because sometimes certain arguments might not even be nobody's fault. It could be like, yo, I was at work today, I was really frustrated about this, and then I kind of like just lashed out because I really need to just kind of vent and talk about it. And we've been there too. And that's why one of the ways I kind of cut that off at the pass is I ask her about her day every day. And it's funny because I'm sure it can feel mundane to ask that question, but when you have somebody that you know, love and care for you and understand, when they on the other side of it, then that allows you to be able to vent that out to them about your day. And so now that pent up anger and aggression you might have from your day, you tell them about it, and next thing you know, you might end up laughing about it, or you got somebody got your back on it. And so now that ain't even an issue. You're not about to fight about that shit. The day ain't gonna mess with whatever. Also, it's a great way to download between each other to kind of end the day and be like, all right, this day is done. Let's move on to the next day.
And it's like we talk about all the time. It's like your woman being your peace, because there's nothing worse than being out in the world and having one of them days and then coming home and realizing you got to fight all over again. It's like, come on, man.
Be sure thou prove my love a whore.
I've been out there all day scrapping. Now I got to come in here and scrap with you. Come on now.
You're going to provide me with an opportunity to prove my love to my girl.
We want to hear your thoughts on today's conversation. Put that down in the comments below. With that being said,
wow.
I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change.